G'day, welcome back to the Diaries, where I have a very noob-infested game of Team Deathmatch Mercenary on firing range. And this might be a new game, but as you can see I am still up to my old tricks, namely my little pre-game teabag for good luck. Now I know some folks might call that juvenile, but you can't argue with that. I got the first kill of the game, and if I wasn't doing my teabagging I would have ran in there like a headless chook and I would have been the first death, so... But my friends, it is going to take a lot more than just good luck for me to do well in this game, considering my general lack of map knowledge, and let's not forget about lag. And that has been a pretty big issue in this game so far. I was playing with my buddy Jarhead John, who you may remember from the Battlefield entry of the Diaries. Playing with him the other day, and dang, it was insane the amount of lag we were getting, and it wasn't just lag, for some reason it was putting us on opposite teams. It's bloody ridiculous, because I need my mates around to save me from my stupidity. Whoa. And now is probably a good time to point out that this game is recorded in theatre mode, so unfortunately you don't get a kill cam or any of those little pop-up prompts that tell you whether you got payback or whatever, so I don't know what kind of crazy kill I got to get 3,250 points, but I could have sworn I saw an orange dot on the mini-map. I was going up there to investigate, but my teammate gave me a little love slap, so I was planning on chasing him for a while, but the enemy team ended up killing him. So I was satisfied with that, but if he didn't die, my intentions was just to sort of follow him around, make a lot of noise, throw decoys, possibly teabag him if he went prone, you know, the usual stuff. But right now, for most of the game, most of my energies will be spent on playing very defensively, almost borderline camping, and I will be doing full-out camping at one point in this game, and that was just a ridiculous moment, like I said, noob-infested lobby. That was an enemy dude who ran right past me when I was standing in the doorway. We would have to like brush shoulders or something, and he didn't notice me. But to be fair, that is something I've done many times, and I think possibly even on video, but never mind about that. I found a camping teammate. I thought I'd teabag him until he got a bit disheveled. Now he's getting upset with me, he's moving around, so I thought I'd just get out of there. I was experimenting with the dolphin dive to see if I could do that out the window, but it didn't turn out quite as dramatic as I was hoping it would. And speaking of that dolphin dive, that hasn't really helped me out yet, apart from being just a very funny, stupid looking thing to do with your friends. Like, me and Johnny were dolphin diving downstairs and giggling like schoolgirls and stuff, but it hasn't really helped us. I mean, especially when you consider the Call of Duty curving bullet thing, where you think you're around the corner and you're safe, and then you still end up getting shot dead. But right now, I'm just patrolling sort of camper hotspots because I've got a... Pretty sure I got my napalm strike. I was looking for a nice quiet place to call that in, but as you saw, I was rudely interrupted by that young gentleman. But unfortunately, another limitation of theatre mode is you can't see any of the... You don't have a kill streaks bring up the back of the screen and you get the place where you're going to put a napalm strike or something like that. Well, that's yet another thing that you can't see in theatre mode, which sucks a bit. At least we get to follow around my little remote control car, which I'm very excited with, and I've pretty much fully mastered how to drive the thing now, even though I never had any prior experience with a remote control car as a kid, so I've got to say I was really missing out. Those things are a bloody barrel of fun. By this point in the game, I'm getting pretty damn antsy to set up my camping position, because I think that's what I was doing right about now. I was just sort of running around trying to find... Well, there are about 2 or 3 camper spots that I'm aware of in this map so far, and I'm pretty sure I'm close to one now, just behind me. Ooh, yeah, I just got out my claymore. That is a license to camp right there. This certainly looks to be a pretty high traffic area, so it'd only be smart to set up my tent. And what the hell just happened there? Did someone just kill me with a secondary grenade? I know I'm a noob, but that's getting just way too pathetic. I don't even think I unlocked any secondary grenades apart from the decoys. I reckon I'll just work on unlocking everything after I prestige once, and I'll probably only do it the one time because I only really want the extra custom slot. And also I saw something in like the menus are saying you need to be a prestige to get in, so I'd like to see what that's all about. But anyway, it's not like the actual prestige of it is going to impress anyone. Like, what are you going to do? Walk into a bar and use it as a pickup line and be all like, oh hey, yeah, my name's Chris, I'm a Prestige 15. Yeah, so here you go, here's 40 cents. There's a payphone, go call your mum, tell her you ain't coming home tonight. Yeah, that ain't gonna impress anyone, but never mind about my cheesy pickup lines. I have finally settled into my little camping zone. The tent is up, the campfire is lit, my acoustic guitar is tuned, and I'm fixing to sing Kumbaya, my lord. But anyway, by my standards, this has been a really good game, except for that right there. The guy I just shot has been there for a long time, except as I was playing this match, I didn't notice it. It wasn't until I watched it back and I thought, holy crap, that is just embarrassing, and that is a total noob moment. Definitely worthy of inclusion in the Diary of a Noob Man series. And you know, I don't really consider myself a professional camper, but I can sort of understand the allure of why some people do it. I mean, look at that guy there. He was obviously aware of me, so he's trying to peek out behind the wall and get me. But it's just funny, once you end up getting 2 kill streaks in one camping position, it's definitely time to get your ass out of there, because that's when they're going to start launching things into your little camping zone, which go boom. And I want no part of that. But anyway, I just got my little napalm strike. Yes! That got me 2 kills amazingly. Usually the napalm strike does absolutely nothing for me. But, oh man, that guy was in last stand. This is a really lucky game for me. I know I'm probably not living up to my noob status as much as I could be, but to be honest, this would have been the best game I've had out of everything I've played on Black Ops. And I'm not saying from like a completely entertaining standpoint, but I mean, from me doing well, and even then, it wasn't like I had a complete 50 kills and 2 deaths or something insane like that. But just by my standards, it was a really good game that I was proud of. But the fun I have in Call of Duty isn't measured by the kill-death ratio, it's just sort of the funny kills I managed to get. And thanks to my opening match teabag, I managed to get the last kill as well as the first. So I'll leave you with this message: don't be afraid to do a little pre-game teabag. You'll go from chump to champ just like that. Once again, big thanks goes out to the Coalition of Bloody Legends. Since the last video, we have had one new addition, Melanie, who is the daughter of DSN 6666. Let me tell you, I'm definitely honoured the father would recommend my videos to his daughter. Not only that, I appreciate everyone who regularly watches. Welcome to Super Funky Bonus Noob Time. This clip started off as an accident, but it ended up getting quite amusing. Oh, look at this. I didn't know that platform was there, but I thought whatever, I'll roll with that. I'll just set up my tent. And this would actually be a really good opportunity to start showing you guys how those decoys work. I'll chuck one down and just watch. It will not take long at all for someone to come rushing down to investigate. Look at that on the mini-map. There's one. And he will be bringing some friends with him. Listen to the decoy, it's still going off, bouncing around. And if this platform wasn't there, I probably would have just jumped to my suicide and that would have been that. But thanks to a little bit of luck. Oh look, 2 guys. I got one of them. Where'd his friend go? I think he ducked around underneath. A little sticky bomb. Thought I better shoot him just to make sure, you never know. And that, my friends, is what I get for camping.